ChatGPT. They let students create essays just at the click of a button, and it's causing a mountain of stress and confusion among educators. Some are banning AI completely.
I have banned AI in my classroom.
AI language models such as ChatGPT are at the centre of concerns for education experts.
AI is on track to destroy schools and teachers and education.
The New York City Department of Education has restricted the tool on all city.
Banning AI.
AI ban.
AI ban.
Actually.
That must have been extremely overwhelming. Now let me take you down a quick educational memory lane. 1975. The headline in every teacher's lounge was the same. The calculator is the end to mathematics. They said if a machine could do the sums, our brains would go soft. They tried to ban them from the classroom. And then 20 years later, it was the internet. 1995. Teachers called it a cheating machine. They told us Wikipedia was not a source and Google was a shortcut to nowhere. They spent a decade trying to block websites. But look around. The calculator didn't kill math. It let us explore engineering. The internet didn't kill research. It democratized knowledge. And today, 2026, we are standing at the exact same crossroads with generative AI. The fear is the same. The bans are the same. But here's the truth. It cannot be stopped. While we argue about whether to allow it, the world is already being rewritten in code. And policing AI isn't just exhausting, it's a policy failure. It's time we stop asking if we should use it and start asking how we should grade it. Because the machine isn't the one graduating, we are. AI is inevitable, and we need a framework which helps us fit it into the world of education.
To get a better understanding of why so many instructors are wary of incorporating AI in their education policies, we decided to interview Ma'am Sadaf Azam from Islamabad, who has served as an instructor in the higher education and in the school realm. She couldn't be here with us for the interview, so we asked her questions over text, and we will be turning it into an interview form to show you exactly what she answered. Do you think our current grading rubrics in universities, which mainly reward the final output or the final essay or the final code, are capable of distinguishing between a student's hard work and a machine-produced answer?
No, not at all. Our current rubrics they aren't built for this. They really aren't capable of distinguishing between a student's original hard-fought writing and, well, a flawless AI composition. Right now, we're basically forced to rely on AI detection tools just to verify if the work is authentic. And honestly, it feels like a constant game of cat and mouse.
For the last question, do you think that in the higher education realm, open AI usage allowed to the children would help them grade fairly and track their learning properly with the current traditional grading rubric, or no?
Yeah, not really. I mean, if it's open usage under the current grading system, it's nearly impossible to track actual genuine learning.
So what we pinpoint as the fear that instructors have, which leads them to not incorporate AI in their assignments, is that they will lose the measure of learning. There is no way to measure learning in an AI-produced assignment, right? And the professor is completely right. The traditional grading rubric grades only the final product, the final essay, the final code, the final produce. But what if we stopped grading the destination and started grading the journey, which is not only helpful in grading an AI-assisted assignment, but an overall journey of the student's learning? Banning is a losing battle. If we grade the final PDF, we are simply grading the machine. We don't need a ban, we need a completely new rubric. What our group is doing is proposing a policy framework that shifts the focus from what a student remembers to how a student thinks. We call it the TRACE protocol. It is built on 3 pillars designed to grade the journey of learning instead of the final destination.
So the first thing that we need to achieve in this 3-step framework is transparency. So we stop grading the output and start actually grading the prompts that the students are using. Students can submit their chat logs so we can evaluate the depth of their inquiry, grading the complex formulas that they're using to actually steer the machine. Step 2 is to review and critique. So anyone who's used AI know that it hallucinates at times and it carries Western biases. Students must take the baseline draft and tear it apart, stepping in as editors and find the cracks in the algorithm. Step 3 is contextual application. And AI doesn't know what it feels like to live in Lahore. It doesn't know what happened in Tuesday's class. So the final grade depends entirely on students injecting local data, lived experience, and actual human empathy into their work. This framework also levels the playing field because outright bans only privilege students who can afford premium subscriptions. So by openly teaching digital literacy, we transform rote memorization into job-ready human capital that actually prepares them for the future. So it's time we stop acting like machines so we can finally learn how to manage them.
This interview is just going to be about the use of AI and what if the education sector is accepting AI and what is its stance towards it. What do you and the education sector as a whole think about AI and the acceptance of AI into education? So my first question is, what is your take on the use of AI in higher education, and what are some of the policies of higher education towards the acceptance of AI?
So AI in general, I feel like is being misunderstood mainly because when we see AI, we view it as something that the students are using to get an unfair advantage. But in reality, AI is something that aids them in understanding what is actually going on. Like certain concepts that they might not get in a class, they might, understand it if they're, talking to an AI model. So currently, I would say the policy for AI is that the government is pushing towards integrating AI and, establishing certain regulations around it. For example, we have the Punjab Education Sector Plan till 2030, which highlights the fact that we need to integrate certain digital literacy into our modules, which includes, AI literacy. So for that, the Higher Education Commission is pushing for e-learning platforms, LMS adoptions, and they're also building up a digital library that employs those AI models, that deploys those AI agents to ensure that the students are able to get all the information that they need to understand, whatever concepts they need to do. Moreover, we have our, international practices of UNESCO, OECD.
Okay. So obviously, as you mentioned as well, with the acceptance and inclusion of AI, there are some concerns around its regulations, right? And obviously it needs to be used to a certain extent. So what do you think about professors in university having no AI policies? Are you for or against it, and why?
Currently in the government, we don't necessarily have, a standardized policy for how AI needs to be implemented or used by the students, which I personally believe is a con. We need to fix that because if there's no, regulated metric, or if there's no standardized tool on how students can use it, then there's a lot of gray area which the students can use or the professors can use to, give unfair advantages to the students.
And that is exactly what our policy aims at fixing.
In the end, our framework isn't just about accepting AI,